Shalom. Like to say all praises due unto Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahushai, Ba'ashem Akakwadash. Double honors to the apostles of Great Millstone. Peace and blessings to the elect out there. This is another lesson in regard to the Black Friday. We know that this is nothing but a ritual that they do every year, and people feel like when they're doing the Black Friday that they're getting the best deal and all that stuff, but they don't know that this whole thing was a celebration of our destruction, right? Of the so-called Indians, the Gadites, Reuben, right? And they celebrated, they rejoiced in our people's downfall, right? And let's read, right? And wanna just pray that the Rakak Wadash is gonna guide me, because you know these Edomites, they have a lot of atrocities to pay for, man. This is for the Associated Press. The term Black Friday originally with the practice of selling off slaves the day after Thanksgiving, right? And that's what happened, right? Our people were, a lot of the Gadites, Reuben, right? Like they were actually held into like a lot of them they were sent into captivity, right, throughout America, right, throughout the Caribbean, through the and you know in it says the term was finally to be to be a financial crash in the 1800s to early 1800s and in the mid 1900s because associated with shopping the day of Thanksgiving, right? So this Thanksgiving, right, is rejoice is the celebration and the rejoicing of our people's downfall. The fact in the run-up to the Thanksgiving holiday, false claims tries to it tries the term Black Friday to be to the slaves to the slaves reconciliated of on Facebook, Twitter, you know. Some of the posts included a photo of available through the State Library of Victoria in Australia that shows a group of indigenous prisoners in neck chains in Western Australia. The 1800 in is the photo is dated from the 1898 to 1906. Right, so a lot of our people too were it was a whole slave trade in cargo, so some of our people were sent to Australia and vice versa, right? So it's like a whole mess. In 1869, it says financiers J. Gold and James Frisk tried to corner the gold market by buying up gold to drive up prices, but the scheme backfired and the gold crash market crashed on September 28th, 1869, leading to the Black Friday. The term is used in relation to shopping the day after Thanksgiving is mostly often traced to Philadelphia, where it is credited to the police who had to deal with large crowds who thronged the streets of the city because of the annual Army-Navy game and took advantage of sales, right? So, the police, right? A lot of the police, they were involved, right? In slavery, they would call them the slave catchers, right? So it's the same people, right? And you know, that we were dealt with, you know, grievous as a nation, right? And our people, were led into captivity, and that's why you have Edomites, who's they call them the $5 Indians. That's calling who claim themselves to be Native American, all right? But a lot of them are mixed up with, like a lot of them are terrorists, right? That's on the reservation because, and that's why they separated, you know, um, the so-called black man, right, which have been the Negroes, and the so-called Indians, right? And these Edomite, they come and they get the benefits of claiming to be Indian and all that stuff. I was watching a thing on YouTube, right? And I think it was on Fifth of, like on like Fifth Estate, right? Fifth Estate, and there's like a singer, and she's claiming to be Indian, right? But Indian singer. Fifth Estate is very good. I have to finish watching it, but yeah, like this woman, indigenous Buffy Sant Marie claims to be indigenous ancestry, right? And so,
Let the world know we're here.
this is a good series too.
While both NetSuite and QuickBooks offer software designed to
Yeah, like this is like this woman, she's claiming to be Indian or whatever, right? But this is not a color thing. This is a nationality thing, right? But a lot of these Edomites, they claim to be Indian, right? And they get the and they get the privilege and certain benefits of being Indian, right? And the actual Indians, right, are not getting the benefits, man. All right. This is the actual like this is like Gadite. They're basically boycotting this whole Thanksgiving or this whole Black Friday, right? Because we've been like we got dealt with rough, right? Because we sinned, we transgressed against the Heavenly Father, right? So that's why this curse is upon us. Get Lamentations 4, right? Lamentations, Book of Lamentations, Jalakeh brothers. Lamentation 4, verse, I start 21. Highlight this. Rejoice, Lamentation 4, verse 21. Rejoice and be glad, O daughter of Edom, that dwells in the land of the Uz, right? And where were the Edomites dwelling, right? In Petra, right? In that region, right? In the land, in basically the Holy Land, right? And they were southern, like they lived basically on the south toward us, right? Rejoice and be glad, O daughter of Edom, that dwells in the land of Uz, right? Because these Edomites were actually living in caves, throughout Edom, like throughout the land of Edom, right? And that's why they love living in high rise condominiums. They because they actually lived in caves, right, during the whole medieval times. A lot of them, right, and they were actually driven up. You know, the cup also shall pass through unto thee. Thou shalt be drunken and shalt make thyself naked. So that's why a lot of things is being exposed, right? The things that they have did unto our people. You know, a lot of our people are making good videos, you know, of the atrocities of these Edomites, what they did to us, man. The punishment of thy iniquity is accomplished, O daughters of Zion. He will no more carry thee away into captivity. He will visit thy iniquity, O daughter Edom. He will discover thy sins, and that's why we're discovering, you know, Esau's skin or his sins, man. You know, and you know, so right now we're exposing the things what they did unto our people, right? And we're lifting up his skirt, man. You know, right? This is a very good book, Black Indians, right? Because you might look at a brother and be like, yeah, this brother's a Jew, that guy, that, right? But you don't know that, you know, they are indigenous of the land, right? Like they've been here for hundreds of years, right? Or thousands of years, right? Under the, basically, during the Assyrian captivity, all right? Our people were led captive. Get Lamentations. It's like a, not Lamentations. It's Second Esdras 13. All right, Second Esdras 13 verse I believe 40. Very good. Second Esdras 13 verse 40. These are the 10 tribes which were carried away prisoners out of their own land in the time of Hosea the king, whom Salmanazar, the king, you know, Hosea, he was a basically of the northern tribe king, right? And they were led captive under the Assyrians, right? Because they were into idolatry, witchcraft, right? And the Lord got tired, right? And let's read, whom Salmanazar, the king of Assyria, led away captive in, and he carried them away out of the waters and came to into another land, and that's what happened, right? And like they still have that image of the Assyrian prisoners, right? But the Assyrian putting Israelites in slavery. Look at the image, all right? This is our people. All right, people. You see Jake, you know, with the braids, all right? Let's put Assyrian captivity. Yeah, that should be the best thing. Yeah, Syrian captivity. Because it shows you more on the Google captivity. Yeah, this is our people, right? The Lord, he judged us, man. Because we're doing nothing but idolatry and witchcraft, man. Right? So let's keep reading. But they took this counsel among themselves that they should leave the multitude of the heathen and go further into another country where neither mankind dwelt, right? Because you had the Philistines, right? Like they were navigated, they were men of the sea, right? And they would always go throughout the world and get certain resources and bring it back, right? When you read about King David, King Solomon, they had Harem Abif, right? And you know, he was a Philistine, right, a Canaanite, and they would go throughout the New World, right, and get a lot of resources and bring it back, right? So that's why when you read about the covenant, you know, that the Lord, that David and Solomon, they had a covenant, right, with the Philistines, right? And you know, that's why like the temple and stuff, they were great masons or builders, right? And helped build up our like helped like build up the temple, right, of King Solomon, right? But they took this counsel among themselves that they should lead the multitude of the heathen, go further into another country where another mankind dwelt, that they might keep their statues, which which they never kept in their own land, and that's why Slovakia. What the hell is this? This shit, this Slovakia. Basically, you had the last lunar stone, right? Put last lunar stone. Lunos. The last, I believe, Lunos stone. I believe that's how you spell it. The Las Lunas stone in Mexico. I believe that's how it's spelled. I believe it's the last lunar stone. Yeah, like this is it right here. This is in Mexico, right? And I believe that the elder from Mississippi, right? He was a part of the Chicago, but now he's in Mississippi. Like I believe that they actually went to this site, right? This is in Mexico, right? So so they spoke the Hebrew, they wrote the Hebrew, the Syrian, the actual Lashon Kodash, the Paleo Hebrew, the ancient Hebrew, right? Salakia. But they should took this counsel among themselves that they should lead the multitude of the heathen and go further into another country where never mankind dwelt, that they might keep their statutes which they never kept in their own land. For the Most High showed signs for them and held still the flood till the until they were passed over. So basically, through like the police the Cape, like throughout South Africa. I think it's called the Cape Coast. All right, and it's rough because that water is very rough. Right, it's basically on this like southern part of South Africa, Slovakia, Mexico, Cape. South Africa. Yeah, this would be called throughout this region, Slovakia. All right, this like throughout this region, right? Because they were in the Assyrian, right? And they were in that region, right? Throughout the Tigris, Euphrates, so they came through, right? So they came through and they went like through this rough tide, right? So the Lord he held still the flood, right? So they could come over into the new world, right? That's why the 10 tribes eventually like they split up, right? And they came to the new world, right? I believe Astareth, which means new land, right? That's why they have a place called Newfoundland throughout Newfoundland and Labrador, right? So our people were living here peaceably, and they enter into the Euphrates by the narrow passage of the river. For the Most High then showed signs for them and held still the flood till they were passed over. For throughout it says for through it says through that country there was a great way to go, namely a year and a half, and the same region is called Asher, means new land. That they that then they then they dwelt there until the latter time, and until now when they shall begin to come, right? And who was to come, right? Well, the southern tribe, Judah, Benjamin, Levi, right? And a lot of our people, they played a major role, right, of our people destruction, right? Because you know basically Jake, that was like a lot of them, they were the explorers and whatever, and basically they because you had Esau, right? You had the uh, Pope Alexander VI of Rome, right? He was the Pope, right? And but you still had European kings, right, throughout Europe. But basically, these Edomites and Jake came, right, and they colonized, right, and that's what happened, right, and this is the Black Indians, right. This is our people, man. You know, so like that's why our people is catching a lot of hell. Right, they don't know who they are, but they know. Like that's why like Mardi Gras and stuff, like they acknowledge their Indian identity, their Indian heritage, right? Because this is Jude, this is the northern tribe, right? Gad, Reuben, right? You know, put Black Indians in New York, New York, New York. This is you know, that's why a lot of our people, they basically they made them to, like they identified them as Indian, or not Indian, because they would identify them as Indian, and then they would classify them as Negro, right? And like that's why you might have a lot of atrocities to pay for, because like, they would do all kind of stuff, right? And they would classify them as Negro, right? So so Esau's a perfect devil, you know. Um, I don't have certain of those pictures, but basically, like they will classify them as instead of calling them Indian, like they will classify our people as Indian, man. I mean, as Negro, right? So these they have a lot of atrocities to pay for, but that's pretty much it, you know. So with that, let's see our praise due to Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahushai, Ba'ashem Kakodash, the one to pastor, great millstone, peace, blessed to the right. This is Lamentation 4:21. Rejoice, be glad, O Dar Edom, that dwells in the land of Uz. The cup also shall pass through unto thee. Thou shalt be drunk, and shalt make thyself naked. The punishment of thy iniquity is accomplished, O Dar Zion. He will no more carry thee away into captivity. He will visit thy iniquity, O Dar Edom. He will discover thy sin. So that's what's gonna happen to you, to your nation, all right? And when trading places, man, this is gonna be the real trading places. That movie with Eddie Murphy and Dan Aykroyd, right? Your whole nation is gonna be changed, man, and it's gonna be trading places from rags to slavery, man. From rags to riches, to shackles, man. That's what's gonna happen. Right, so with that, like to say our praise due to Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yashai, Ba'ashem Kakodah, the one to the apostle of great millstone, peace, blessing to the elect, Shalom.